In 2199, after 5 years of attacks by an alien race known as Gamilas which rendered the surface of the Earth uninhabitable and forcing humanity to evacuate underground, the Earth Defense Force launches a counteroffensive near Mars. The fleet's weapons are no match for the Gamilas, who easily wipe out much of the force. During the battle, EDF Captain Mamoru Kodai volunteers to use his damaged ship, the destroyer Yukikaze, as a shield to cover Captain Jyuzo Okita's battleship, allowing his escape. Mamoru's ship is destroyed. On Earth, Mamoru's brother Susumu is scavenging on the irradiated surface near the half-buried wreck of the Battleship Yamato, when an object impacts near him and knocks him unconscious. He awakens to find an alien message capsule. Susumu also notices that the radiation has been reduced to safe levels around him. He is rescued by Okita's returning ship and it is discovered that the capsule contains engineering schematics for a new warp drive and coordinates for the planet from which it came, Iskander. After learning what happened at Mars, Susumu accuses Okita of using his brother as a living shield and tries to hit him, but crew member Yuki Mori violently stops him. The radiation that covers the Earth's surface is slowly sinking into the ground. Scientists predict that the human race will become extinct in 1 year. Okita believes the hope for humanity lies at Iskander. A request for volunteers for the mission is sent out, saying that Iskander possesses a device that can remove the effects of radiation. Kodai, a former EDF pilot, decides to re-enlist. Their last battleship, the long-dead Yamato, is rebuilt and enhanced with alien technology. Before the Yamato can launch, the Gamilas attack with a gigantic missile. Captain Okita gives the order to fire the yet untested wave-motion cannon, which successfully destroys the incoming missile. Kodai is reunited with his old fighter squad. Yuki, who joined the EDF years ago because of her admiration for Kodai, is bitter towards him, believing he left out of fear. The Yamato crew performs their first warp test and encounters more Gamilas ships. Since the wave-motion cannon is powered by the same reactor as the warp drive, the crew has to wait until the engine recharges before they can warp again. The Yamato destroys the alien capital ships, but the battle damages Yuki's fighter. Kodai launches to rescue her and is sent to the brig for disobeying orders. Shima, Kodai's former squad mate and Yamato's navigator, tells Yuki that Kodai left the service because he accidentally caused the death of his own parents and also nearly Shima's pregnant wife during a mission. After warping out of the Milky Way, the Yamato crew finds a Gamilas fighter adrift and recovers it to study. At the same time, Captain Okita goes into cardiac arrest and is revealed to be terminally ill. However, the alien pilot is still alive and possesses commando team leader Hajime Sato, in order to communicate. The alien calls himself Dizla and says the Gamilas are a race with a hive mind. Kodai stuns the possessed Sato and the alien apparently is destroyed. Later, an ailing Captain Okita makes Kodai the acting captain. He also reveals that the capsule contained only the plans for the wave-motion engine and the coordinates to Iskander, and the idea of the device was made up to give humanity hope. The crew discovers the captured Gamilas fighter contains a homing beacon, giving away their position. The Yamato fires its wave-motion cannon to destroy a Gamilas ship, but a stealth Gamilas spacecraft latches onto the ship's occupied third bridge on the bottom of the hull and begins a self-destruct sequence. Kodai reluctantly orders Yuki, in her fighter, to blast the third bridge support away moments before it detonates, saving the Yamato but killing several crew. Kodai apologizes to Yuki for ordering her to doom their crewmates, and they have a romantic moment as the ship warps again. The Yamato arrives at Iskander, but is met by a large Gamilas fleet that sends a spacecraft to obstruct the muzzle of the wave-motion cannon. With their main weapon disabled, Kodai makes the dangerous choice to conduct a random warp and ends up at the opposite side of Iskander. They are surprised to see that it is lifeless, and in fact strongly resembles Earth in its presently irradiated state. It is then discovered that Gamilas and Iskander are the same planet. The crew thinks it is a trap, but Kodai urges them to go ahead. He leads an attack party to the planet's surface against heavy Gamilas opposition. Much of the assault force is killed, and the remaining pilots stay behind to cover for Kodai, Science Officer Sonada, Sato and Mori as they head for the coordinates. Once they reach the coordinates, an alien possesses Yuki's body and explains that the Gamilas and Iskander are two aspects of the same race. The alien says their planet is dying and they saw Earth as the most suitable replacement, after first killing off humanity. Iskander did not agree with this and thus they were imprisoned. Iskander implants in Yuki the ability to cleanse the radiation from Earth. As she and Kodai return to the Yamato, Sato and Sanada sacrifice themselves by destroying the Gamilas' power source, destroying most of the Gamilas' forces. The Yamato returns to Earth, where Okita dies. The crew rejoices at their return home, but a surviving Gamilas ship ambushes them and severely damages the battleship, disabling all of its weapons. Dazzler now appears and says they no longer wish to invade the Earth. However, since the majority of the Gamilas were killed, he intends to destroy the planet with his ship to avenge his race. Kodai orders the surviving crew to abandon ship before he pilots the Yamato on a kamikaze attack against Dazzler's ship. He fires the blocked wave motion cannon, which vaporizes both spaceships. The ending shows Yuki standing with a child, Kodai's son, on the Earth's surface now restored to its original state.